Okay, so I got asked more than enough times on Facebook, how do I make bread? Actually, one of the most simplest things on earth, and once I show you this, you'll probably be a lot of face palming going on. Crap, why did I ever buy bread? I'll start out, and I don't even measure anything. I just fucking throw a bunch of shit into a bowl. That's the bowl. This is some flour. Put that up, and then put it out. That would end up to be a pretty good loaf, I think. It's probably going to be a little bit big, but that looks alright. Okay, and then some salt, like that, and then some sugar. Like these. And then I have some instant rising yeast. I'm filling this with one hand, so I throw in a packet. Actually, a packet of this, it says it's good for 500 grams, I think. So I don't imagine this is 500 grams of stuff. So the amount of yeast or self-rising yeast that I use is probably overkill, and which I don't care. It doesn't have a strong yeasty taste, and it just rises much faster, so I don't end up sitting here waiting 4 hours for the thing to rise. Yeah. So then I get some warm water, hot water, and let it heat up a little bit. Meanwhile, I could start just stirring the stuff up for it to be whatever kind of homogeneous. Stir it into itself like that. It gets me some hot water. Like this. Be more than enough. And then feel out how much water I need for that. And then I start mixing it up with a stick. And once that starts clumping up a little bit, then I start mixing it in with my hands. I just go in with my hands and keep putting the flour in and rolling it and kneading it, and so then I'll be. So I kneaded the dough and took a pat of butter and kind of rubbed it over this dough and put it in a container, and just gonna now I'm just gonna let the yeast activate and rise. So I'm just gonna cover up this thing and put it up on a oven so it gets a little bit of warmth. So I think the yeast likes warmth, and have that all go a little bit faster. So I'm just gonna let it rise now. Now we just wait. Okay, so it's been about an hour or so, and the bread has been sitting on my heater oven here, and in its container, and it's already blown the lid, so it's more than doubled in its size after about an hour, 40 minutes, an hour, something like that. And because I had the butter put on the dough before, so it's not going to stick to the sides when I put it back out on, it's actually the same bowl that I mixed it in, because I don't have anything fancy to do anything, whatever, so I just cleaned out that, buttered it, it's already buttered so it won't stick again, and just going to throw the dough in there. You can see it's taken off quite well. Yeah, then I can knead it some more. Knock the holes out of it and smash it up some more. And yeah, pretty much at this point now is when I could do whatever kind of funky pattern. I'm not going to spend a million years and braid this now, but for instance here I'm just going to give it a little twist while I'm kneading it. And basically I'm just putting it into form again, and going to let it sit in this thing and rise some more. So I just kind of flattened out the holes that was in there before and give it this form. Kind of looks like a doo-doo. So, and yeah, so then that's going to start to blow up again and make a little bit more interesting form, and then throw that into the oven. So, okay, now we let this sit again for another 45 minutes or whatever, let it rise, and then we stick it in the oven. So, okay, so the bread's been sitting for like a half hour or something, and it's starting to go up a little bit, and I preheated the oven to 4 or 5 or whatever. And I'm just gonna pop it in here, and while it's baking, it's also gonna rise a little bit more. So see what it looks like. So let's look and see how our bread is doing here. Check in between. I take a look every now and then, and it's looking nice. The top is kind of getting a bit brown, and I think maybe about 10 or 15 minutes or so I'll probably turn off the oven and just let it bake just the heat, and it's going to turn nice brown, and take a look at that. So there it is. I don't know if my camera can. This is just been filming this the whole time with my telephone camera, so I don't know how well it picks up the color, but it has a nice brown color and took on a nice shape and so on, and that's bread. And the gelenda, that's it. That's how you make bread. It's that simple. I don't even measure. Just do it by viewing and have a loaf of bread. Takes a bit of time, but that's it. Enjoy.